This episode of Gonzalez Galyean is brought to you by Golden Designs, Sublimation Designs by Jessica Gonzalez.
You can contact her at 903-850-0594 or email goldendesigns2023@gmail.com, or you can find her on Facebook at Golden Designs. Welcome to the Gonzalez and Galyean podcast show.
We got a good one for you on this Monday night.
Where we talk about whatever pops in our little brains of ours.
That is what we got. That's the thing. When people ask us what our show is now, that's the line. We talk about whatever pops into our little brains.
That is a great line. That's what we're going to tell everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, what's your show about? Whatever pops in our little brain of ours. And that's what it is, man.
Not a lot living up there, to be honest.
Nope. Honestly, nothing. We and that's why like sometimes podcasts start off slow, because we're not thinking.
Yep. You got to get in the mindset.
Yeah, we got to get the creative juices flowing, you know.
That's why. Have you listened to the Social Club podcast?
No.
No?
I guess maybe I didn't know.
It actually started coming out. Like, they've been teasing it for a while, but like they just like divide their episodes into two. So like they'll release like one like the half, I guess, at the beginning of the week, and then the other. So like the second half, it's just like already there. Like there's no like getting the conversation. It's just like you're dropped off in the middle of it.
So it's like already good.
Yeah.
Like probably the first one's probably worse, and I guess.
I enjoy it. They have like a third person, like a woman. She's like British. I think she's like a professional interviewer or something.
Karen?
No, her name's Hannah. Yeah. So
sneeze on the pod.
You're about to sneeze.
I turned down my mic for the people. It still hurt me, but you know, yeah. I still did it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I've never heard Fern talk so much.
Who? Oh, Fern. Dude, that guy's probably full of wisdom.
Yeah, you can tell he is.
Smart guy.
But
that's how I like to feel with me, you know, in our podcast. I'm the guy full of wisdom. Obviously.
Yeah. No, I'm just the pop culture reference guy.
Kinda, yeah, actually.
I understood that reference.
Makes sense.
I mean, if the shoe fits, bro.
I guess so.
Fits. Yeah,
what's that supposed to mean?
You spit some wisdom.
I can spit some wisdom.
Yeah, definitely more than I, but it's okay.
Yeah. It's like you about to sneeze again?
No, I probably could if I looked at that light long enough.
It's like, you know, when you get that good relationship advice, but you don't have one. Coaches don't play. That's the wisdom. That's the type of wisdom I have.
Huh?
Relationship advice.
Yeah.
But I'm not a part of a relationship.
Oh, you're saying like
coaches don't play.
Oh.
That's the type of wisdom I can give.
Okay, so you give relationship advice.
Oh yeah.
Though you never been in a relationship.
No.
You know, I feel like there's some gray area in there. I feel like, you know,
it's because when you're not in a relationship and you're surrounded by people that are, you can see
third hand
everyone else's mistakes
and reaction. Yeah, you know,
so you take and pull from all that, and then you can give that to somebody else.
I would agree with that to an extent, but I
just don't have experience.
I've had older siblings, and I have seen them do stupid stuff, and I said, why do you do that? It's obvious. You're going to get in trouble. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look up. And some of the things, yeah, I didn't. But sometimes there are things, I still did stupid things. You know, so, you know, I feel like you can't, you can try to give advice, relationship advice. Yeah. You can try to give advice about things, but not until you have walked in those people's shoes and actually lived the moment and been there to have the same mindset. Yeah, you can't really give accurate advice. So
it usually works.
Does it?
Yeah, 100 proof.
Well, give some examples, please.
Well, I can't out people on the podcast.
Okay.
In their relationships.
You can call them Joe and Karen.
I'm a what's it called? I'm just a person people seek out about stuff. You know, they're comfortable talking about that type of stuff with me.
But I don't talk to you about nothing.
I know. You're not one of my clients.
Oh. I don't need relationship advice, or I just not comfortable with you.
No, I think y'all are good, dude. I guess.
So I mean, I could always talk to you about stuff, but like, you know, I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know. It depends on what the situation is. I might talk to you. Obviously, I mean, I talk to you about life stuff, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good at that, too.
Yeah, you don't ever come to me. It's like, you know.
That's because I've already pulled it from everything else.
Oh, so you don't need me.
No.
So what am I to you? I'm just like, just this guy that you just do a podcast with? That's like
on
all?
Monday nights, yeah.
So I'm like,
I see you at church sometimes.
you don't seek me for any type of advice. Or is it like, whereas like I'm one of those friends that you seek advice from, but the thing is like, you already know that whatever I say to you, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I take that advice, but you don't trust it, so you do like the opposite. You know what I mean? Like you trust my advice to know that you want the opposite of what my advice is.
No, that's not
like
it.
you want my advice so you know what not to do.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. That's not it though.
No.
I just don't ask advice.
Oh.
I've just got life under control.
Okay. You don't ask anybody for advice?
I was just making a
You
bit.
you were on a dangerous cliff.
I was just
with
running,
1 foot on a banana peel.
I was just running with a joke, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. I don't really ever like go up to people and be like, man, I need some advice on this though.
You've asked me about, or not necessarily advice, but kind of. I mean, when you ask for advice, man, and this is for myself as well. No one really asks for advice. People ask for opinions.
Opinions, that's true.
Because with your stuff that you had asked about with the job.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go into detail because I don't think you mentioned anything. Anyways,
Yeah.
You had asked advice.
Mm-hmm.
Really, we just all gave our opinions on what we
Yeah.
figured would be best. And, at the end of the day, you pretty much had your mind kind of made up, but you kind of wanted to see if we agreed with it. And if we didn't, what were the reasons why? And if you should take into considerations those reasons why into your thought process.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's a good way to explain it.
I'm terrible at explaining things, so I'm kind of surprised.
It was also like a just pray for me at the same time though, type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going through all
that's
this.
a given. That's a given for sure.
Yeah.
So God can give you advice.
Yeah.
See, the way I give
That's the
advice
only
is I
person
just
I seek
pray.
advice
I
from.
pray for God to give you advice. Is the way I give advice.
Yeah. I mean, when some
Amen.
okay. I mean, when something like on my car that I don't know about, I hit up my dad for advice.
Yeah, but that's not even like advice. That's like
That's like life skills.
just like do it, please.
That too.
I mean, it depends on what it is, because sometimes they can be like, "Hey, you need to do this or this," or sometimes they're like,
you need to take it to the
you're not good enough. You're not qualified for this. Let me do this."
Like my first 3 cars. Hey, Dad. First car
Why
running
is
out
it
of
broken
oil.
down? Oil. Second
Oh,
car, son.
the second car was a head gasket.
Oh,
The third car wasn't my fault. And then, thank the Lord, I still have the one I have right now, my 4th. So, amen.
I was knocking on wood there for you.
Yeah, thank you.
God bless my dad.
Yeah.
But I think if I had to ask for car help,
Jacob.
no. I don't think he would know either.
Really?
Honestly, I think I would just trust my own opinion.
Adrian.
You know what? Out of all my brothers, I maybe would ask Adrian. Like, I would probably ask my other brothers to see their opinion, but really, none of them are mechanics. I'm not a mechanic, but some of the stuff I feel like I could figure out to an extent. Honestly, to be completely honest, if I had a problem with my car or my truck, I would call Jesse's dad.
Yeah.
My
That makes
father-in-law.
sense. That sounds like that makes sense.
Because I had in my Corolla, I had brake issues, and I didn't know what it was. I went to the mechanic. He said it was the rotors, I believe, which is like the brake pads, I guess. Or one time it was the rotors. He had to rotate them. Then one time my brake pads are bad. He was going to charge me a bunch of money. So I told Jessie. She was talking to her dad. He's like, "Yo," he didn't say "yo," but he's like, "Yo, buy the brake pads. come to the house, and I'm not going to change them for you. I'm going to show you how to change them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I brought him over. He did the first one and like kind of let me watch and kind of help. And then the second one he let me do, which to me is even better. That way, next time I end up having to do that, if I need to, I can just do it myself.
Mm.
So that's what you got to teach someone.
Yeah. Yeah, so just seek opinions, not advice.
Yeah, I mean...
That's my life motto, I guess.
Yeah, advice is not terrible, but most of the time it's normal opinions because anytime you ask for advice, you already have what you want to know. Like, you already have your mind set on something.
Yeah.
Like, what, I want your advice. Should I do this or shouldn't I do this? In the back of your head, you normally have I want to do this. I need you to give me more reasons for me to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I need reassurance.
Yeah. Yeah, let's break that down. What is advice?
Yeah, because you wouldn't...
Advice is just an opinion.
If you wanted to do something more than you didn't,
yeah,
you would seek out your friends that you know would probably tell you to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You wouldn't want to go seeking out from people that would probably say something negative about it and make you not want to do it.
Mm.
Like when I ask for advice, for anything, in my friend group, the people that I don't pick is Savannah. Just her.
Just her.
It's normally going to be negative.
Literally everybody but Savannah will know.
Yeah. It is good and important to have a friend that, won't. It's hard, but it's good to have a friend that won't always choose what you want. I feel like you're like that. I feel like sometimes you can be blunt and, totally honest and tell me whether I should or shouldn't do something.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to lay out all the facts so you know for sure what you're saying to.
Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you what I think.
And then I would.
Like you're the same way though.
Yeah, I would hope I would be. I would see.
I'll tell you one thing. Nick's that way. Nick's like
he's a negative.
You trash.
Yeah, that's it. I would never ask my brothers. My brothers wouldn't even say yes or no. They'd say that's a stupid idea. No. Why are you even thinking about this? Now, when I give advice, what I try to do is I want to look at both sides of the situation, and I want to give pros and cons to each side. I'm not going to tell you, most of the time I'm not going to tell you yes or no. I'll be like, I would do this, but I'm going to give you pros and cons on both sides. That way you can have more information for you to weigh yourself which side you're leaning more to.
Are you giving me advice on how to give advice?
I think I am. I don't know, but this was God given straight to me.
You feel like
to tell
God just laid this on your heart?
Yeah, it's just a message that God wants me to preach, not only to you, but to the people.
To the pod people.
To the pod people. And this is why they call us pod trash.
Yeah. Subtitle, Gonzalez Galyean pod trash. Maybe from now on, I'll just be like, Gonzalez and Galyean presents pod trash.
Yeah. Anytime it's just a bad episode.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. How would you define it?
Advice?
Yeah. So if I did ask you for advice, how would you come at me?
I don't know. I need the situation. If you're like,
yeah,
oh, dang, dude, what's the situation here?
Okay. I've already asked you about this actually. So, I wanted to get a CarPlay.
Oh yeah.
What did you think I was talking about?
I don't know. I was like,
I wanted to get a CarPlay for my truck, right? And it was the perfect fit for my truck. It's a perfect fit. It looks great. Looks really clean, and I just really want CarPlay, right? And it's gonna look great. I was gonna spend the money on it. Problem is, it's rather pricey. So I asked you, man, what should I do? And this is one of the instances where I already kind of had an answer for myself.
Yeah.
Just as far as the price goes, it's not anything I need to spend the money on. But how would you approach that, sir?
Okay. So by the way you just described it to me, you said I wanted a CarPlay, which makes me think you either already bought it or you've already decided you don't want it.
Right. Well. So
I'm analyzing the situation, but you're talking about when you first told me.
Yeah. You got to flashback to the past.
Okay. Well, I'd be like, I do know what CarPlay is. It's like the Apple thing. It's like it's got all your logos.
It can actually be Apple or Android.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's for whatever phone.
But like your text, your music,
Apps.
navigation,
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, it's useful.
It
is
is
useful.
a very useful app.
But your
It's
truck
really nice.
already has like some of that built into it, like Toyota's version, right?
Yeah, but it's not
just
the
music.
greatest. It's
it's-
music, but you don't really have like the picture, you know. And it's the apps, but I had to get an SD card for that,
Mhm.
and I have to manually search
So-
it rather than search on my phone.
It's a hassle.
Mm-hmm. This would be a convenience.
Yeah, it would be better, more convenient.
Yeah,
But the price was
rather expensive. It was like $1,000.
$1,000.
Most CarPlays, if you get like a wireless CarPlay, it's like $100. But that's if you already have CarPlay. Other CarPlays can get to around like 300 ish. But that's just the device. It's not even like a system. So
Yeah. Well, you could. I mean, obviously it's something you want, but you could like, if you don't have like the money, like the $1,000,
Yeah.
you can set aside like a few, like $20 for every paycheck.
mm-hmm.
Work your way up. I mean, that would take a while to get to 1,000.
Yeah.
50.
But the problem is this really something that's worth $1,000? Even if I pay monthly,
I don't know.
you know, $100 for 10 months,
Yeah.
is it still worth it? Or should I just invest that $1,000
Into something else.
into a house?
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
because you got to build a house.
you gotta build a house. That's what I was gonna say. Cause like I just didn't know what I was supposed to say. Cause you were talking about building a house.
That's what's called advice.
Well, no, I mean, I didn't know what I was supposed to say about y'all's house situation.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're building a house. Like you're thinking
Yeah.
about building a house.
We're trying
So that's another $1,000 you're losing towards that.
Yeah.
So right now, at this point in time, there's priorities.
Mm-hmm. Bigger priorities. But the problem is, if I build a house,
We're
And I got a
an
house
advice
payment.
simulation.
I got still my truck payment. Jessie has side jobs,
Mm-hmm.
not like a full-time job, so she's
Yeah.
making some money.
Gotta
But
buy groceries.
we're basically living off one income, and we got to buy groceries.
Gas.
Eventually, we're gonna have a kid or
Mhm.
kids,
Kids.
so you got to think about that. And at that point, I'm never gonna get CarPlay.
Well, maybe sell your truck and buy a family car that has CarPlay
Has
in it
CarPlay.
already.
I know. See, I was thinking about that.
Buy a Tahoe or something.
Well, it'd be a 4Runner. We've always wanted a 4Runner.
Oh, well, that you put you right back in the same Toyota situation.
Yeah, but literally my truck. So my in-law, my mother-in-law's truck,
Mm-hmm.
same is a Tacoma,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a year model newer, and it has CarPlay.
Oh, well, there you
CarPlay.
go.
Literally, the year I got was the last model that they didn't have it in.
What is yours? Like a 19?
Yeah,
All right. Well, then just go buy a 2020
I would buy
4Runner.
a 4Runner, but I want to buy a Tundra eventually. I really almost did it like a couple months ago. Again, I was like, yeah, I could trade in my truck, but then I'm gonna just have a longer bill for my Tundra.
Yeah.
And I want to buy a house. So, again, I don't. It's not a necessity. It's just a want and a desire and greed.
Agreed.
It's bad.
It's one of the 7 sins.
It is a seventh
One of the
sin.
7 deadly sins.
And that it is. That.
What
it
are
is.
they? It's greed,
Lust.
gluttony, lust,
Gluttony. Envy.
envy. That's 4.
is
I don't know.
boasting envying?
Kind of.
No,
I was
no,
like pride.
it's like opposite,
Like, is
isn't it?
pride one?
I think it's. That's boasting or something. Let me, A lying tongue.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, we're not good at that.
7 deadly.
They say that the 7 main characters from SpongeBob are based on the 7 deadly sins. Laziness, probably slothfulness or something, because Patrick.
Envy. Gluttony. Sloth.
Yeah.
Wrath, greed, pride, and Thomas
Thomas, like doubting.
and Thomas Aquinas. Where's the 7th? Look, it literally says that. That's just like,
I don't know. Maybe he's the person that pinned him.
yeah. Let me.
Anyways,
I don't know. I gotta find the 7 sins, man.
I mean, greed would be Mr. Krabs, and then wrath would be Plankton, and sloth would be Patrick. I
Yeah.
guess. But he felt like he'd also be gluttony.
Maybe.
See, fan theories, stupid.
I,
Which one of those would be SpongeBob?
Maybe the whale. What's her name? Would be Gluttony. But I mean, it's
She
kind
has a
of
big head.
well. I mean, she's a whale in general, so like
They're
whales are
kinda huge.
supposed to be big. I don't know, but I don't watch SpongeBob enough, you know.
True.
Um,
Man, look
Yeah.
at that though. Our little joke lasted 20 minutes.
isn't that terrible?
It's just segued into a weird conversation.
Segue into our Karen for Christ segment.
Karen for Christ.
Me and Steven were
There's a
talking about
joke.
this before the podcast. Again, about Karen for Christ and the campaign. It's a movement.
Oh yeah, for
Do
sure.
you-
Now.
I mean, we want to know. Do you have a Karen for Christ? Someone who's just caring for Christ a little too much in the church. That someone's doing something they maybe shouldn't in class. They said one word by accident, and now you want to go tell the pastor instead of taking it up with God, the real manager, the creator. You might be a Karen for Christ.
You might be a Karen.
You might be a Karen for Christ. And Stephen said, man, the 4 in Karen for Christ is, it's like, what is it?
The Father,
The
the Son,
Trinity?
and the Spirit. Yeah, the Trinity.
What's the word? Instead of Trinity, no one ever goes past, 3. What would you be if it's 4, like the quad?
The Quadrinity, maybe?
The quad, like the squad.
Yeah, the Quadrinity.
Yeah, but Karen, the 4th most powerful being in the world.
She would place herself in there with
Oh,
the
yeah.
Father, Son, Spirit, and herself.
They have some crazy power sometimes, though. This ain't no lie. Ain't no joke.
Karens think themselves above others for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, that's no bueno.
Yeah.
That's no bueno, Miss Karen. And if you are a Karen, check yourself because, if your name's really Karen, check yourself because you may actually be a Karen.
Make sure you're not actually being a Karen.
And if you are, you need a new hairstyle. That's not my opinion. That's my advice. Okay.
Roasted. Roasted.
I didn't hear the boom the first time, and I
It was
clicked it
kind
again.
of quiet,
last
huh?
time.
I feel like we're kind of loud, but
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, it is.
that's some good coffee, bro.
He's saying that because he made it himself.
Prideful.
Yeah.
Selfish.
Yeah.
I didn't even offer Steven any.
Yeah, he did.
I know. Just trying to make you brag about me.
Prideful.
No. Man. I was so mad at myself for shaving my face, man.
Oh, yeah.
But every time I do it, I get mad at myself.
Because
Because I look young and fat.
it's a young thing, yeah. I'm about to shave mine, though.
Yeah, but you still have a good jawline. It don't matter as much.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, I was shaving, and I left the stash and the goatee.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to bed, woke up, and I remembered. And I was like, I don't like it. He said, people already think I look like my dad. This isn't helping my cause. So I shaved the goatee, trimmed it, didn't like it, cut it off. Just had the stash. And it actually looked really good, I thought. Until I put my glasses on.
Oh, yeah?
My 80s glasses look like a 80s pedo. And I was like, this is not great.
Like Kip Dynamite.
Yes, actually, it did. And I
go
was
to
like,
church.
man, I'm not going to go to church where all the Karens are and not be okay. I just knew someone was going to make fun of me. I was like, you know what? No matter what I do at this point, if I shave it all off, if I leave just a little bit, just a goatee, someone's going to say something eventually. And, it happened. First thing, class.
Yeah, did it?
Yeah,
Who
Jared.
said? Jared, of course. That
He
makes
just
sense.
walked straight up to me. I didn't even know if he even saw my face yet, but he just knew. He's like, "Hey, sir, the high schoolers are upstairs." I said, "I did look a lot younger, but
Yeah. I tried to get, I don't know if I should say this, but I tried to get Abby to say you look like your dad the other day. Because when you were walking up,
did I look like my dad?
yeah.
Don't get people to do that.
Because
It's literally
You
my
walked up-
number one pet peeve. I
Because-
will yell at people.
we were talking to Jesse, and I was like, where's Ryan? She's like, well, I was teaching, so he's not here yet. And then you were walking up. I said, oh, there he is. I said, oh, he shaved his face. And Abby said he looks younger, and I said like his dad, and like at the same time. And she said no, I was gonna say younger. And I was like, oh. I said, well, just tell him he looks like his dad. And then she's like, why? And I was like, just do it. And she didn't know. So that would have been funny.
I'm glad she didn't say, oh yeah, he does, because that'd be terrible. Another person to add on the list. But, you know, like, I can't necessarily really deny it. Like, I know I look enough like my dad.
Because it just would have been 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I'd have been so, like... Honestly, I am over it, because I'm like, dude, just... I don't like being compared to people. I just want to be me, man. I am Ryan, you know. You're going to look like your parents, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's inevitable. But I just happen to be in a family full of 6 and the only one that looks really similar to my dad. Again, my eyes. Elena kind of looks like him too, but she has long hair and whatnot. She's a girl, so she looks different. But, you know. And
I guess she does have the eyes, though.
Yeah. The thing is, like, if you really know my family, you would know... If you ever see my dad's brother, you would almost think I don't look like my dad because I look almost a smitten image of his brother.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of him. I just know y'all always say that.
After this podcast,
Yeah, you have to show me a picture.
I will show a picture of me and him, and it's like I will. That's what I'm gonna look like, which is not. It's okay, you know. It is what it is. But I'll show you a picture because it was like last year that we went over there. So, yeah. So I don't like being compared to it. I feel like it's rude to compare somebody to somebody else, like that in a negative way. Like Brother Raphael, anytime he sees me, he's just like, "Hey, you look just like your Alex, or you look just like your dad." I'm like, "Have a conversation with me, man. Talk to me.
At least butter me up before you tear me down."
Yeah, before you tear me down. So, and then like my brothers, they just know I don't like it, so they're just gonna do it out of spite.
Yeah. Brother's gonna brother. I don't know if that's the saying or not, but.
Yeah, but you're the oldest brother, so like, you can choose to make it right and not brother. You know what I mean? You can be the nice brother. I feel like you're a nice older brother.
I am. I'm glad you said that.
You can be mean if you want every once in a while, but you're not extensively. Matter of fact, yesterday, went to my family, my mom's house. All my brothers were there, and I feel like we had a Sunday just chilling, and no one said a hurtful word.
Just vibing.
We were vibing, and it was a great Sunday. Just chilling in the sun. And we did some things for my mom and her new kitchen, and I was happy to be a family.
And you're like, I bet this is what the Galyeans are like when they
every Sunday. This must be what the Galyeans live like.
It's not true.
I'm sure if y'all get on a fest, y'all be on a roast fest for sure.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it'll start.
Yeah,
sometimes.
But I mean, that is any family. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
It was just there's definitely a point when I felt like we were just always, in my opinion. Not my advice, in my opinion. It was negative.
Yeah.
So, but
yeah, I am an older, nicer brother. I'm gonna say that again.
You gonna point it back out?
Unless people skipped over that.
There's some young woman listening to this, and she's like, "Wow, Steven, he is a man after God's own heart, and he's so nice to his brothers. I must marry him now."
Yeah, because then he'll be nice to my siblings. He'll be a good brother-in-law.
I would hope. That'd be kind of trashy of you, dude. He's like getting to his family. He's like sees her little brother like, punk. Knock him down.
I never treated my little brothers like crap. So
Nah,
treat your little brothers like crap.
Yeah, they deserve this. Like they don't like she didn't have any other brothers or whatever.
Yeah.
Like any older brothers than her. That'd be funny. You're gonna be like the brother-in-law. It's like you're hanging out with all the family and you're with the girl. You're like super nice to everybody. Like, hey bud, you want to play some baseball? Like, yeah.
No.
And,
You're wrong.
I know. Okay. You want to play some video games? Like, yeah.
Maybe.
And
What you got?
then your girl's like, I want to be outside, sipping lemonade with my mom and
but
dad.
I'll be out there in a little bit.
Yeah, but I'll be there. I'll be there in a little bit. We're gonna play some games. And then you go in there and you're like, boom, like pushing them, beat them up, and like, you suck. You're just like really rude.
Okay.
Nice in front of everybody, but it's really you're putting on a front. And then behind the scenes, you're just like total jerk.
You're painting this bad image of me.
Now that same young woman's like, I don't know about this guy anymore. This is his best friend talking, and this is what he says about him? He must not be good. No, Steven's a stand-up guy.
No. Thank you. I don't know what kind of...
But he'll sit on your feelings.
I don't know. It is a weird feeling to be, like, implanted into someone else's family, though. Like, or just, like, implanted. I don't know, like, because then you become part of that family, and you have to, like...
I mean...
Cross-planted, like, is that what you better
say? If you think of an implant, I don't think of positive things. I mean, like
a plant.
You
pick a plant up and you implant it into, like, a different part of the garden.
Yeah, I'm just thinking teeth. You know, your teeth fall out, you had to get an implant. But I guess, I mean, it's a good analogy. It seems kind of negative.
I'm just saying.
You almost make it seem forced. Like, you had to be forced into the family.
No, you don't. I just think it's a weird, like, it probably is, like, a weird transition.
No, you know what it is? It's a beautiful
blessing.
It's a beautiful, yeah, it's a blessing. It's a beautiful mix. It's like, you know...
Here comes more opinions.
You're like this tree, right? Or a plant. If you
planted by the waters.
Yeah, if you want to plant. No, you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
That's in the Bible, man.
And Captain America.
That won't be moved? I was just going to say...
Plant yourself like a tree.
No, you're a plant. You're a tree, right? Right?
Yeah, okay.
And you're planted pretty far from this other tree, but you're this small little tree, and you're with these other trees, right? This other group of trees, but you're kind of on the edge, right? This tree group.
Okay.
That's your family, man, and you're this tree, right?
I'm on the edge of my family.
Yeah, no, like you're a part of the family, but you're just like, you know, your own person, your own self, right? Your own tree, and then
that's right.
You got your girl, right? She's the same way, but she's over here. She's way over here.
Yeah, this is all theoretical.
Yeah. Yeah, get this.
Okay.
Through time. Because your roots are interconnected with that tree, with that other tree, right? Because that's your fam.
That's fam.
That's blood. So,
yeah.
Now this other tree and this other tree family way over here. Bro, over time.
The roots.
Her roots come to you. Your roots come to her.
Yeah.
They intertwine. And guess what? Now that system... Through that system, you're connected through her roots, kids. And you're connected
this is very
to her family's roots.
A little bit.
And then eventually, an acorn's gonna fall from those trees and plant a new tree.
It's not even subtle.
And kids, that's how trees are born.
Not even subtle.
Nah, it's a decent analogy. I'm not good at explaining things. You know, if you would have let me explain it with some... like romantic music, it would have sounded quite magical.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have any romantic music on my board here.
On your board. You know, so that's what you need to be searching for, is just that tree that's close enough to intertwine with. But don't be intertwined before marriage, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Before.
Before spring, alright?
Yeah, okay.
Be intertwined before spring.
Alright.
During the fall, you leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Leave fall.
I got the reference.
I understood that reference.
But
thank you for the opinion.
Yeah, no, the advice, bro. That was advice.
So there is a difference.
Nah, I mean, you take it how you want. But I was handing it, and it was a free gift. And you know, I ain't God, but when God gives a free gift, bro, you're gonna take it.
But a lot of people in this world don't.
But a lot of people in this world don't.
And that's what's messed up with this world.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I ain't God, but I'm giving you a free gift.
Yeah.
And I feel like you should take it. You can gotta keep it. You can throw it in the shed. But you gotta at least acknowledge it and take it. So I see you take it. So I think that you took it.
And then just...
yeah, you can burn it if you want.
Yeah.
Burn it.
Gone.
Out of all your sound effects, that was your worst one. You didn't.
I don't know
you
how
weren't
to
loud enough.
I don't know how to...
That's better.
I don't know how to do fire. There's Is that a fire burning, guys? Let us know.
That's like a... I don't know, man. I guess we ought to move on to topics, bro.
Yeah, we ought to.
Gosh dang.
You're getting too good at this.
I know it. We get cocky.
Local news.
It is.
I'm your anchorman, Stephen Galyean.
I am too. Ryan.
All
though.
right. Ryan, though.
Yeah. I feel like we should have local news. I can't think of some. Can you?
Yeah, I figured you'll be the one bringing it up. About the wreck that happened. But don't tell me you don't know about the wreck.
Where?
It happened like last night.
Where?
On the road that goes from Golden to Quitman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a local girl.
For real?
It was like Rusty Barnes' granddaughter or something.
Granddaughter?
Granddaughter, I think. That's what I heard. Or like step-granddaughter.
Huh.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Or was it granddaughter or was it like a daughter-in-law? Or?
Daughter-in-law. Is Aubrey married?
Yeah.
It might have been her then.
For real?
They said she was in a Bronco, and I know Aubrey drives a Bronco.
He does. Dang.
I can't believe I knew about a wreck before you did.
Well, I don't. I don't even take that road to work.
Yeah, I don't.
But
Yeah, it happened
I take
last
a
night.
back road.
Yeah.
So, like, was it bad?
Yeah, she's dead.
For
I
real?
heard both cars in the accident were killed.
Dang. I didn't hear anything about that, honestly.
Yeah, I couldn't get away from it. Skylar texted me last night. My mom texted me this morning. My dad texted me this morning. And then as soon as I got to work, it's the first thing Ricky wanted to talk about.
Dang. I wonder if someone just had me trying to pass or something, but at night.
Well, they said she was young, though. Because I think she was like... Someone told me that she was in the same like grade as Caleb and Maya.
Oh. That had
So I
to
feel
be
like
high
it can't...
school.
Yeah. So I feel like it... Well, they're seniors.
Who?
Caleb. He's a
Oh,
senior.
yeah. Well, Aubrey's 21.
Yeah, so he probably didn't marry
And-
someone in high school, though.
No, his girl's like...
They don't have like a stepsister or something?
Not that I know, dude.
Ah, dude, I don't know.
Maybe he may have another daughter or another son or something. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But no, that girl, I think she has a kid, and another kid on the way. So I mean that'd be even worse. But either way, that sucks. I'll research and figure some stuff out.
I don't
I'm really
have
surprised.
my phone's over there.
We almost had a wreck. Kind of almost had a wreck last night on 779. I mean 69, turning left on 779, the four-way, obviously. I don't even know what's happening, but there's a lot of cars coming. It's like one car kind of pulled over, and the truck just passed him real fast, like right in front of the intersection, and then stopped, thinking it was a four-way, like an idiot.
Yeah.
Because I had to stop because I'm taking a left, and that makes it a yield for me.
Yeah. Yep.
So I stopped. He's sitting there. And then, there's people to the right of us, like coming from Quitman, sitting there. And I honk. He didn't do anything. I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, dude, it's not a four-way. You need to go.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to go because I know there's cars behind him. And they're still coming. So I just made sure all those cars were at least stopped. And they weren't continuing to move. We're just going to go around him.
Mm-hmm.
So then he didn't move. So I went. And I just honked and left on, stayed on my horn and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, not a four-way. That's why people have wrecks here.
So many wrecks
Dangerous.
there. Yeah, but that's a bad deal. Though.
Do what?
So that was a bad deal though. That wreck.
Yeah. What time?
I heard it was like around 6:30. Like,
Oh, dang.
I felt like we should have heard sirens and everything.
That had to been, dude, like,
Like we were probably like standing outside a church.
I did hear sirens.
Did you?
I did. Very, very faintly. I thought I was going to pass the church, but never did.
Yeah.
But I remember it was like right after we got done, right when I got out of the church. And we got there like at 7:10. We got there a little later than y'all. I think you got
Yeah.
there on time. So, yeah.
Sadly, I got there on time. Were you there when Brandon was still talking?
You talked forever?
Yes.
You're just like explaining what we were going to do?
Yeah.
I guess
I
you just said you can go to the altar and you pray in your seat.
I mean, I thought it was pretty self-explanatory. You come, you pray, you leave.
Yeah.
But there was like a whole like 15-minute talking session. Like I was there. I
We
was
must have
sitting
got there
there.
right after.
Huh?
We must have got
Yeah.
there right after.
Not talking any crap about the church or anything. Just
Karen.
yeah, caring for Christ. That's me.
Yeah.
And then, because I even looked at Nick, and Nick like started rolling his eyes, like, let's get the show on the road. Kathleen came and sat down, and she's like, I thought this was a come and go thing. I said, yeah, I did too. It's like, well, we
Gotta
can't.
have the words and
Yeah. So y'all got there at a good time.
Yeah, I guess so. Good thing we're a little late.
Yeah, y'all got to come and go.
We did.
We had to come, sit, wait,
Yeah.
listen, then go.
I did like that they had like a sheet of things that you could pray for, like things to think about.
That was part of it. He had to go through all that.
It was a piece of paper. I
That's a
just
piece of
went and
paper.
grabbed it. I enjoyed it because like I had to have like my things I would normally pray for.
Yeah.
You know, just my life in general, me and my wife always, and then us trying to build a house.
Yeah.
But then these other things were helpful, for sure. Especially for me to be able to pray longer and stuff. So.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. But other local news.
I guess no. I guess you
I
haven't.
mean,
been
Nick
beat
dislocated
there.
his finger.
Yeah, I think he busted a blood vein.
It looked like that too. That thing is purple.
Yeah,
Woof. He showed,
he
and
didn't
I saw
just
it.
dislocate that thing. He definitely busted a blood vein.
It looks bad. Whatever it was.
I definitely believe he dislocated it too. But
Well, yeah, because they said they snapped it back into place.
Yeah.
Jay did.
was it throwing football or something?
They said he was catching it.
Yeah,
But I heard it like hit the ground and bounce back up. Like
it
it's
happened. Never know.
super
Those
lame
footballs
way to
all-
dislocate your finger, but
Yeah.
like
You can't. You never know. They have a mind of their own. You know, it's footballs. So.
yeah.
Okay. I guess we'll go on to then. I don't have anything. Although we
I don't either.
Well, we have some new contractors that got hired. One
There you
being
go.
your cousin. I think he's your cousin, right? Jaden.
Jade. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah, but like you know,
Not
kinda.
technically, but yeah.
That's all. I was like, hey, what's up? Hey, man.
Green.
Yeah.
That was last name. Yeah, Jaden Green. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it'd be all right. I mean, they talked about him today. They asked if he was doing all right. Like, yeah. I mean, he's doing good. He's a good hand. So
That's good.
it's always good. That's what they need. You know. That's what they need.
Such a weird saying. People say a good hand.
Yeah.
Man, that person's really making a good hand.
He's a
What?
good hand.
That means I got 5 things going for me, or what? Like I don't
Yeah.
know what that means.
Well, it just means that they're helpful.
Yeah.
They're good at working with their hands.
but it's just a weird.
It's
saying.
like, you know, you're doing a job, but you need an extra hand to hold
Yeah.
something, move something, get something.
And they're a good hand.
They're a good extra hand.
You don't say extra though, so
It's implied. That's my advice.
I'm just saying. We got some weird sayings here in America. White
Yeah.
things white people say, man.
Things white people say. You got a word story?
No.
No. And then on to, well, I mean, we're like 40 minutes into it, so like I'm okay with rushing.
Entertainment.
This is about movies, right, and shows.
Yes.
Okay.
This is about movies, shows, and other podcasts.
What did you watch?
I watched John Wick, which apparently is a sore subject because I was supposed to tell you I was going. Apparently.
Yeah, you were supposed to. I just got a message from, not from Sean White, but John White.
John White. Oh yeah.
That's
That's random.
I'm gonna read it though. I don't even have his number. He said because I saw a random number and I'm almost like, you know, I got that weird number last night, the message last night, and I told Jesse about it too
Oh.
later. And so I got a message last night and said, "Hey, this is Jen from Bumble. I'm so glad we decided to chat here instead of on the app." I'm like, what
Yeah.
the heck? I was like, I've never had a Bumble. I told Jessie, she's like, sure. Anyways, so I just got this random message, and I'm like, this girl trying to text me again. I'm like, I don't even know who you are. Anyways, John White, he said, "Hey yo, it's John White, Creighton's homie. You trying to get lunch next week sometime?"
Oh, there you go. That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be on a Saturday, but yeah, I'll do it. So,
That's neat.
yeah. So yeah, John Wick, man.
John Wick.
I need to watch it, and you bailed on me. You didn't even bail on me. You just went.
Yeah.
That's why I don't seek you for advice.
Well, I mean, I'll go see it again.
It's not the
Just-
same.
Just be in for a long ride.
Do I need to bring water?
Yes.
You say it's very dehydrating.
It's very exhausting.
Ah.
It's very exhausting.
Yeah.
Very action packed.
Sorry.
The
Yeah.
coolest thing about it though is like that Keanu does all of his own stunts, and like you can tell, like when he's doing everything, like you can tell that's him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because the hair and like flopping.
I mean, you still see his face, and like there's probably like where a door of a car falls off, and like calls on. You know they do that just so they can show like that's Keanu in the car driving. You know, like that way you can't hide it. Because a lot of people like when it shows like just the car going by, like
Yeah.
is the actor really in the car?
It doesn't matter if it looks like it. You're supposed to assume It's part of movie magic. You're just supposed to assume it's that person.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
you
a
can't-
stunt double.
You can't drive a car like Keanu Reeves.
It's not Keanu Reeves. It's John Wick.
But it is Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, but it's the movie, so he's not Keanu
All I'm
Reeves.
saying is Keanu Reeves needs to be in Fast and Furious 11 because he can drive a car.
Okay.
Like,
I watched
hey.
the movie.
This is about family. I can hear him right now.
And dogs.
Dogs are family, dog.
Family dog. I watched The Irishman.
Oh, recently? I'm ready to tell you you watched that.
Yeah, recently. Like it took me like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like 3.5-hour movie.
It's a long movie.
It's really long, really slow. Like most movies have a slow start. The whole movie was slow. But it was good. I enjoy mob movies or drug movies for some
mafia
reason.
movies,
Yeah,
yeah.
mafia movies. I like the Italian dog. It makes me want to dog like I'm an Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the greatest,
That sounds
but
cool.
hey, you know. And since then, I've been like catching myself like every once in a while I'll say a word and I kind of have like an Italian accent on it. And then
You're
like
watching too
kinda,
much.
Kind of talking to normal. I wish that I could be Italian. I wish that I wish I was. I wish my accent was always like this. So I'm trying to slowly fade it in there.
Yeah, like Austin Butler. Then
Oh yeah, he has like an
Elvis.
Elvis voice naturally
Yeah.
now. You know,
Yeah.
maybe if I do it enough, it could be real. But yeah, no, it's a good movie. I can't say I really understood the ending. Not like I didn't. It just ended. Like they drug every scene had a drug out conversation. It was still entertaining. There's not really any comedy to it at all.
Yeah, I've heard it's very dry.
Yeah, but like it's just everything's drug out, and then at the very end, I felt like they could have just drug it out just a little bit longer to make it make more sense, and then it just ended. I was like, okay, I guess it's over. So
Yeah. I don't know. I've always heard mixed things on it. Like some people say it's good, and most people say it's not even worth it. It's like 3 hours long. It's not really that worth it. I've heard a lot. So I just don't care.
there
so I
is
just don't find it.
so many actors in it,
Yeah.
like just really good, great act. I mean, you got Al Pacino's in it.
Yeah, De Niro.
Robert De Niro. What's the guy from Home Alone? The short guy.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I
He's
don't know his
always in the
name.
movie, like mafia movies. He's in it. The guy, Everybody Loves Raymond,
Yeah.
main actor. He's in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. What is his name? Golly.
He's the guy that plays
Ray.
Manny. He plays Manny on
Ray Romano. Yeah.
Ice Age.
Yeah. He's funny too.
I don't know. There's a lot of different other people in it too. So and then just like faces, like kind of recognized, but
Yeah.
but no. Overall, I mean, I'm never gonna watch it again, probably.
Yeah.
But it was a great movie, and I'm happy I watched it.
I think it's like most that cast from like the Godfather movies. I think it was kind of like
I want to watch those so bad.
they.
I've heard they're good.
Yeah, they're like some of the most legendary movies out
Yeah,
there.
that's why.
They're like long though. I think
It's gonna take me another 3 hours to finish these movies.
it's gonna take you more because there's like 3 of them.
It's gonna take me 2
It's
weeks.
gonna take you like 2.5
Yeah.
weeks. That's something that Cole's never even watched. Cole's talked about it. He's like, I haven't even seen the Godfather. He's like, I own them. He's like, but they're just so intimidating. Like thinking about watching them. I was like, well, I'm probably not gonna watch them on my own. So if you ever decide to watch them, let me know. So I told Cole.
Nice. We just have like a whole movie night.
They just came
movie
out with-
week.
Yeah, they just came out with limited edition steelbooks for them. All 3 of them.
Speaking of which, hey, not really speaking of which, but tomorrow, what are you doing? Tomorrow night.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jesse's doing this disciple thing, right?
Okay, a disciple thing.
Yeah, with the girls in the class in the high school, you know.
Oh, I heard something about this because someone came up to her and told her she was doing a good job, and she started crying or something.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
That was Miss Kim.
Yeah.
Just thought of that. Anyways, they're gonna be out of my house tomorrow.
All right, I'll be Australian since you're being.
Yeah.
Whatever you think.
So they're gonna be at my house tomorrow,
Okay.
and they're gonna be here like at 5 o'clock, right? And,
Okay. Yeah.
like you're like Thor, like Chris Hemsworth.
We're going for that.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
I gotta find somewhere to be.
Gonna find somewhere to be, eh?
Yeah. I feel like you're making me. That's fine. It's fine. I gotta stay strong and stay in character.
Well,
So I gotta find somewhere to be. I might play basketball tonight, tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
we usually do that on Tuesday nights.
But in between time, gotta find somewhere to go.
In between time.
Yeah. So if you're gonna be at your house, if you're gonna be available somewhere.
Gotta think that. Well, my brother, he asked me earlier at supper what I was doing tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, really. So
I don't know. Really?
I don't know, really. So he's like, well, you want to go watch Creed? I still haven't seen Creed yet, so
I thought he watched it yesterday.
he did and he loved it.
So much he had to watch it again.
So he wants
He
to
said
watch
he,
it again.
he said he got into boxing. Believe
Yeah,
that. He said I got into boxing.
I still want to go see the movie, so.
I need to see it. I need to see the other two first. But
Oh yeah, you should probably watch the other two first. Yeah.
So okay, so I'll figure something out.
All right.
I'll just go to your house and
Just go chill on my couch.
yeah, and I'll watch The Godfather with
Oh,
Cole.
okay.
Or
With
just by
Cole.
myself, you know.
All right. Fair enough.
So that's what I watch. Music,
Nope, we're not talking about "Let You Down" by NF. I saw that.
No, it was Outcast. I'm supposed to go back to normal accent, or
Yeah.
okay? I'll just let you know. It's probably gonna. When I say Polly, it's probably gonna come out. I got this song called "It's Enough" by Goodnight Texas. It's a folk band I listen to.
Mhm.
I think last week I said I was gonna mention it, but I downloaded it and I hadn't listened to it yet.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I listened to it. It's good.
Good.
It's the same style that I like. So
All right. Did you know that John Keith released an album?
I didn't. So
Because it's
one
called
day released a single and I listened to
Eremos.
it. It's called what?
It's called Eremos. I guess is how you say that.
Animals?
Eremos.
Is
don't
it
know what that
Spanish?
No. So the whole album, the whole album is about apparently he was like suicidal at some point,
Mm.
and it's kind of a dark album, but dude, so many people are on it. It's got like Wanda, she's on it, 1K Few, KB, Andy Mineo, Lecrae. Like, dude, he's got big money, I guess, paying for all them features.
Yeah. Maybe they feel bad.
Paris Chariz is on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I may have to listen
Aaron
to
Cole.
it because I listen to all those guys.
Yeah.
Or I like them at least.
It's got a lot. It's like it's kind of there's some heavy songs on it, but there's some fun ones too. Like mainly the ones with like Lecrae. The one with Lecrae was just like a fun song. The one with KB was really good. The one with Andy was really good, of course. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's probably
1K Few is
no. The one with 1K Few is actually super fire. Where's my phone? Ah, damn.
Super fire.
The one the one with 1K Few is actually really good.
Do I
It's
need to
got
search
great-
this up or something?
Yeah, you can look that album up. I don't
Well,
know.
you needed your phone. I don't know.
I don't remember what I was gonna look up. I was definitely on my way to look up something.
17 songs.
Yeah.
Oh, Eremos.
Eremos or something like that. I don't know what that means. The cover art's kind of fire too, though. It's like that tattoo that he has on his neck.
All neoned out.
Yeah,
Die. Press. No friends.
yeah.
Uninvited. Who's laughing? Dramatic.
Dramatic's kind of fire.
Huh.
Don't be dramatic.
No good.
Yeah, bro. Some
Huh.
good stuff on there.
That Steven's listening to him, Bradley.
Yeah, I've been trying to send some stuff to Bradley because Bradley be listening to trash.
Ah, yeah, that's true. True.
I've sent him like 5 or 6 of those songs, but I'll check out these joints. So he
Yeah.
said he liked them though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll probably listen to some of it tomorrow. So I have it downloaded and I can listen to it on the way to work.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I was saying it's probably my favorite album that's come out this year so far.
Really?
Because I can't think of anything else that's really come out this year so far. So
2 weeks, I'm just saying.
2 weeks. Oh, and it's 2 weeks.
Huh?
It's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's the 7th. So
Oh,
next
it's the
week.
same
next
week Mario
Thurs-
comes out.
So yeah. So every Wednesday, when he releases a single, that Wednesday he releases a snippet of it, and then Thursday he releases a single.
Mm-hmm.
On albums, he does Thursdays, sometimes Wednesdays a snippet, and then Friday the album comes out, right? Well, Thursday is the 30th, which I believe is his birthday.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna assume, since it's a week before the album, most artists put a single right before the album. So I'm gonna say he puts on an album I mean, a single. Probably Happy. I don't know. I'm guessing maybe Happy. The song Happy on his album. And then the album coming out the next week, which would be Mental Health Awareness Day, I think. Which I feel like is why it's called Hope, because, you know, he's always about, like, his mental health and stuff.
Yeah.
It's also Good Friday that day as well.
Interesting.
So, that's just my theory. My fan theory. So...
But that's just a theory.
So, yeah. But, yeah, no, I hope it's going to be a great album. I think it's definitely going to be a little, for sure, different.
Yeah.
But I hope everybody takes it well. So.
Yeah. It'll take off, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Anything he does now probably will.
Yeah. That's enough of a fan base.
I think KB's releasing an album this year, too, though. Like, that Easy, I think that was just the first single. That's like the book. He put out the book and then the single. I'm like, yeah, I felt there's an album coming.
After the the album that has all the really good artwork, he released one more other album, right? Like 2 years ago or something.
I made this playlist called like Top Tier CHH. So I named the playlist. Dude, I just went through like a lot of the older stuff. And there's still some new stuff I still think is pretty top tier.
Yeah.
But like, dude, like
2017.
2017, dude. Oh, dude, it peaked.
It did.
Yeah, just that album that you're talking about, KB, with all that artwork.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh.
It was a good enough album for me to share to my parents.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like, my dad doesn't really love rap, right?
Yeah.
But then, you know, there's like Art of Hope and
Those are
Art
like
of
some of my favorite
Drifting.
songs ever.
Like, those two songs, there's like the meaning, how it goes, and how it goes from like kind of a hardcore rap. Not really hardcore, but kind of.
Yeah, and it ends with the praise.
Yeah, and just like I showed him both of those, and then like
it ends with Be My Vision.
Portrait. Right? Yeah, it ends with Be My Vision. Be My Vision. That's our first song to sing. But yeah, so I showed them that. I think they liked it. That was like 2017 though. But yeah, that's a great album.
I know, like just the song specifically, like "Bring You War." That song goes way too hard.
Listen to that the other day.
Yeah.
That album came out that year. Magic and Bird came out that year.
One of the Trilliums came out that year, I think.
I think so. I think Therapy Session came out 2016 or 2017.
I think. Oh.
It might have been Perception that came out in 2017. Yeah. Actually,
I think that's when All Things Work Together came out too.
That was actually a really good album too.
Yeah.
Let me. Yeah, look, I'm on Perception.
I feel like when an album comes out now, like a
2017
album,
Perception.
See, just peak.
Yep.
When a new CHH album comes out, I think we compare it to old stuff. But I think that over time, like you learn to like realize, dude, that was something.
Yeah.
Because I remember kind of thinking that about, especially the Let the Trap Say Amen album Lecrae did. I did not really like it when it came out. But when I like push shuffle and like some of those songs come on, I'm like, dude, there was some good stuff in here.
Really?
I guess I
might need to listen to it again. It was. I like it as far as like beats go and stuff, but like I feel like I was only listening for that.
Yeah.
Reason.
Like some of the songs, I'm like, man, there's actually some good stuff on this album. I think I just don't give it enough credit. All Things Work Together. I remember thinking that when that came out. Actually, the first time I listened to it, I was like, that wasn't all that good. Actually.
Well, that was like for me. Anytime Aha released a song or an album back then, I didn't like it for like a good few weeks, and then now like. I love all those songs pretty much.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I guess sometimes it takes art a while to like resonate or something.
It's like fine wine, man. It has to sit there and
it's gotta
marinate.
It's gotta, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Marinate, percolate. What would they say? I heard a rapper say that.
I don't know.
Marinate, serenade, and percolate.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like there's gotta be another one though. We just named all those artists, but maybe not.
Sure. I mean, that was a lot for just 2017.
Yeah.
There's already quite a few good stuff. So.
And it's not even like naming all like the smaller people either.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, I guess on to I mentioned my stuff.
Reflect and deflect.
I'm gonna reflect on my Australian accent. Wasn't that good?
For you, yeah, it wasn't good because
easy.
You're great at accents, okay, and Australian.
I'm better at impersonating.
Yeah, but like, okay, so I feel like it wasn't your best, but at the same time, I feel like my Italian accent wasn't terrible, but once you started talking, it was just messing me up too. So maybe trying to be something we're not.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just not good, man.
Yep.
So, but if you hear me kind of trying to talk like Italian in the future, just know.
Just know he's doing the Austin Butler
Yeah,
effect.
I'm the Austin Butler effect.
Yeah, he starts talking like this,
Yeah. Yeah, I used to talk different. I don't know. I can't impersonate that.
I can't even do
It wasn't bad though. Man, I don't know, man. I don't got anything else to really reflect on. So, you have any heck no's?
Heck nah.
Do you have any heck no's?
Heck no.
Well,
I don't know. I guess. You talked about all that advice talk.
if you're at a four-way stop, if you're at a four-way and you have a blinking yellow light, do you stop?
Heck nah.
You don't. You keep on going, bro.
That's right.
If you're turning, you're yielding. So
That's right. And are you supposed to be a Karen at church?
Heck nah.
get a double heck no for that.
Heck nah.
Yes, sir.
Heck nah.
Amen.
Let me think. Do you dislocate your finger trying to catch a football?
Heck nah.
Be smart, man. Be smart.
When you approach Ryan, do you just tell him he looks like his dad before having a conversation with him?
Heck nah.
Take me out to dinner first.
And then we can talk about how much he looks like his dad.
Listen, again, I don't like it, don't love it, and I feel like people are just going to do it out of spite. Please don't. But if you're going to, at least be kind. Say it in a nice manner.
Just be kind, rewind, and come at me
Dine.
different. Yeah.
and
Come at me different.
And don't come at me sideways.
Yeah.
That was another song. Sideways.
Sideways.
That was another good song.
Yeah. That's not on that one though. That's on the one before.
100.
No.
No.
No, it's on Tomorrow We Live. It's another good album though.
Anyways. All right. Like we said, we're gonna have a good one for you today, and I feel like we did. I feel like we had a bar that we were set, and I feel like we rose to the occasion.
Yeah.
And rose to the bar, if not more.
It's like that Eminem song, the Higher song. Every time I think I hit my ceiling, I go higher than I've ever been. You ever heard that song?
Is there a word before ever?
It's after ever.
Yeah.
Watch your profanity.
Watch
We ought to
your
put that on.
profanity. That's actually a really good one because we say things that are not, but yeah, no.
It would just be like, yeah, a funny thing to do.
Could be like a so.
Like a so.
Anyways, okay, guys. Thank you for tuning in, channeling in, turning on, watching, and subscribing, liking,
Yes.
following.
Amen.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know why I did it twice.
I don't know. Anyways, been an awesome day, awesome night. Hope you have a blessed week,
Yes.
guys.
Sure.
We're gonna sign it out.
Oh, wait. It's the Dirt Light Shack's birthday today. Oh, come on, man. I only know because of Facebook.
Like today, or like next week? I
No, like today.
Dang, if I need to text him.
I was just gonna give him a shout out while you were on.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah. I only know because Facebook's like, hey, it's
Yeah.
Great White Shack's birthday.
I will text him, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, okay, I guess we're gonna sign it out. Josh, don't listen to this episode, please.
No, not this one.
All right. Gonzalez
Galyean.
Ow.